I will hand over the floor immediately to Maria Antokas, who will present our speaker. Over to you, Maria.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the June meeting of the Hellenic Writers Group. Today, we are very, very honored to have Xanthi Hondrou-Hill joining us and her colleagues who will also be presenting their poetry as well. Xanthi studied German and English literature, linguistics, journalism, and public and international relations in Stuttgart, Germany. She has published the poetry collection in English titled Lost Spring on Amazon, the anthology of the first International Poetry Festival of Nausa, Aristotle and the World, and translated the work La Vita Bella by Giuseppe Napolitano. She participated in the anthology of the Stuttgarter Writers' House and the Greek Poets Society in Germany, Safe Travels My Love, and translated the trilingual anthology Theinon Shining Straland, published by Otan. She worked at the Greek consulate in Stuttgart as a public relations advisor, organizing the Greek Culture Days, with the highlight being the inter-party exchange between Greeks and their German counterparts. She taught German, Greek, and English, and served as lecturer at the University of Stuttgart for Greek language and culture, and worked parallel as journalist for German and Greek-speaking media like the Erd, Phonitis Elados, and Athener Zeitung in Athens and Stuttgarter Zeitung in Stuttgart. This is my German from high school coming out again. She translates poetry from and into Greek, German, and English. Her poems have been translated into 12 languages and published in anthologies around the world. She's been awarded several times for her work in poetry and for International Poetry Festival of Nausa with the Loani Prize and an honorary doctorate by the International Chamber of Writers and Artists, CISART, where she serves as General Director in Greece. She is a member of PEN Greece, which we were talking about earlier, and chairman for the Translation and the Linguistic Rights Commission in Greece. In 2022, she realized her dream, creating a poetry festival in her hometown. She is the founder and director of the International Poetry Festival of Nausa, which she is co-organizing with Dr. Dimitris Kraniotis, who is also joining us this afternoon, and the International Scientific Advisory Board, where prestigious personalities participate from around the world. As I mentioned earlier, she brought her colleagues with her. We're very, very excited to have her and very honored to have her in our meeting today, and we look forward to her presentations going forward. And I just want to mention that we will have time for a Q&A after the presentations have been completed. I hand over the microphone to Xanthi.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the introduction. And as I know that we are very short on time, I would like to present the three people who are actually here today. I was expecting a fourth one. So the first one is Dr. Konstandinos Bouras, who we actually tried to put this together, and I think we succeeded in it. Of course, you will be the judge of that, and I'm trying to find his CV so that I can introduce him.
I have his CV here.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah,
yes.
Not a problem. More than happy to do that, as long as there's not a lot of German in it. But I don't think so. Okay, Mr. Bouras was born in 1962 in Kalamata, and since 1977 has been living in Athens. He's an author of 45 published books, a theater critic, and a book reviewer. He holds a doctorate with distinction from the Department of Translation and Interpreting of the Ionian University. He holds a degree in mechanical engineering from the National Metsovian Polytechnic University of Athens, a degree with distinction from the Department of Theater Studies of the University of Athens, and a postgraduate degree in theatrical studies from the French University of Paris, La Nouvelle Sorbonne. Postdoctoral researcher at the University of Athens and the University of the Aegean. In 2020 and 2021, he taught theater criticism at the Faculty of Theater Studies at the University of Athens. He teaches cultural management and human resources management at the Faculty of Public Administration. He inspired and coordinated and established the Creative Thinking Workshop, which continues its work uninterrupted since 2022. He writes articles for newspapers and numerous literary magazines, and his theatrical creations in ancient Greek themes and on the crisis have been performed in theaters in Greece and abroad. Very impressive resume, Mr. Bouras, and thank you for joining us as well.
Good evening, you hear me from Athens, Greece. I'm at the University of Athens now. You are looking around through the camera, the web camera of my cellular phone. This book was something unique and difficult. Poetry, a poetic anthology in 3 languages, modern languages, is something like the impossible. So thanks to Xanthi Hondrou-Hill, Dimitris Kraniotis, and the other poets participating, this book is now on the libraries everywhere. So I'm very, very happy and very, very lucky being among you, and thank you so much.
Konstandinos, would you like to read your poem out of the book? Do you have it
Yes,
with you?
but I would like to prefer in Greek in order to catch the rhythm. Poetry is not only the meaning, the context, but the rhythm. So please allow me to recite it in Greek. It sounds all Greek to you, but the rhythm is the soul's vibration. Please allow me to recite in Greek.
Go ahead. I will read it in English. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Xanthi. Κατάθεσης ψυχής. Αν δεν με κυνηγούσαν, δεν θα είχα μάθει να τρέχω τόσο γρήγορα. Αν με επιβράβευαν νωρίς, θα με είχαν εξουδετερώσει. Αν με υπερτιμούσαν, θα με αδικούσαν. Υποτιμώντας με, δημιουργία σύστρο μου χαρίσανε. Όταν μου τελειώνει η ενέργεια, παρακαλώ κάποιος να μου επιτεθεί. Αν δεν με πετροβολούσαν από χαμηλά, δεν θα είχα αναγκαστεί ψηλότερα να πετάξω. Και κάθε τεμπέλη αντιστοιχεί ένας προκομμένος. Στοιχηματίζεται ποιος από τους δύο κατηγορεί, συκοφαντεί, ενοχοποιεί, διαβάζει, προσβάλλει, απαξιώνει, επιτίθεται σε ποιον. Το ποιόν του ανθρώπου καθορίζει τις επιλογές του. Οι επιλογές γίνονται συνήθειες, οι συνήθειες έξεις και οι έξεις μοίρα μας. Συνήθισα στο φως, το σκότος δεν με αγγίζει, το θανάτου φόβο ξεπέρασα. Τώρα απολαμβάνω τη ζωή. Μονάχα οι σκλάβοι προσμένουν απελευθερωτές. Η ελευθερία είναι μέσα μας, έξω ακτινοβολή. Σκοπός. Ο έρωτας είναι φυλακή, εχμαλωσία. Είσαι ελεύθερο πουλί και μετά πρέπει να πετάς ταυτόχρονα με τον άλλον, να κάθεσαι στο ίδιο κλαδί, να κελαϊδάς το σκοπό που σου σφυρίζουν, να κοιμάσαι όταν θέλουν άλλοι, να ξυπνάς όποτε θέλουν αυτοί, μα πάνω απ' όλα να υδρώνεις, να χαλαρώνεις τον ρυθμό τους, να μην σε νοιάζει όταν εισβάλλουν στο χώρο σου την πιο άβολη στιγμή. Μα πώς το κενό να γεμίσεις χωρίς όλα αυτά.
Thank you. Thank you, Konstandinos. Lovely. Soul's confession. If I hadn't been hunted, I wouldn't have learned to run so fast. If they had rewarded me early, they would have neutralized me. If they had overpraised me, they would have wronged me. By underestimating me, they gave me the creative spark. When I run out of energy, I pray someone will attack me. If they hadn't cast stones at me from below, I wouldn't have been forced to fly higher. For every lazy man, there is a man of distinction. Do you bet on who to blames? Slanders, accuses, incriminates, defames, insults, disparages, attacks whom? The character and ethics of people determine their choices. Choices become habits. Habits become customs, and customs are our destiny. I became accustomed to the light. Darkness doesn't touch me. The fear of death I have overcome. Now I enjoy life. Only slaves awaiting liberations. Freedom is within us. It radiates outwards. This is the first poem. And the second one is purpose. Love is a prison, a captivity. You are a free bird, and then you must fly in unison with another. Sit on the same branch, sing to the tune whistled to you by others, sleep when others want to, wake when they wish, but above all, to sweat, to relax, to their rhythm, not to mind when they invade your space at the most uncomfortable moment. But how can the void be filled without all of this? Thank you, Konstandinos. Thank you. Thank you for all the help and the collaboration for this beautiful book. It has 39 poets from around Greece, and I may add that these are the most active people in poetry. So you might say that this is of the most important poets which are currently living in Greece and who are still alive, not dead poets, which are actually shaping the way poetry is being done. So in a way, it's a time capsule for the poetry, for the contemporary poetry in Greece. And this is why we're very happy to have done this, realized this dream and presented it at the International Book Fair in Thessaloniki, together with Konstandinos and a few people who could actually make it to Thessaloniki. Now, our next poet is Dimitris P. Kraniotis, Dr. Dimitris Kraniotis, in medicine, but also several times honored with a doctor title for his contribution to poetry. Dimitris P. Kraniotis was born in 1966 and comes from Stomion, which is very close to Larissa. He studied medicine at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. He lives in Larissa and works as a medical specialist in pathology. He has published 11 poetry collections in Greece and abroad. The themes of them, the titles, is Traces in 1985, Clay Faces, 1992, Pedia in 2010, Edda in Romania, 2010, Illusions, also in Romania, 2010, Leaves of Vowels in Italy, 2017, and Tie of Public Indecency by Kedros publication in 2018. -1 in Spain, 2022, and Wrinkles in the Coffee is his latest book by Kedros, 2024. In 2011, he edited and published the anthology in English, World Poetry 2011, while in 2024, he co-edited the anthology Aristotle and the World of the first edition of the first International Poetry Festival in Nausa. His poems are translated into 36 languages and published all over the world, while he participated as a guest poet in the international poetry festivals abroad. In 2011, he organized as president of the 22nd World Poets Congress and the first Mediterranean Poetry Festival in Larissa. He was awarded the title of academician in Italy and honorary doctor of literature. He is the head of the Committee for Peace in Penn, Greece, and member of the National Association of Greek Writers and other international organizations. Dimitri, please unmute yourself and
yes.
say a few words.
Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for this event for our anthology. I will read in Greek and in English my poem with the title The Poem of the Plain, το ποίημα του κάπου. This poem is dedicated to Larissa, the city where I live. Το ποίημα είναι αφιερωμένο στη Λάρισα, την πόλη που ζω. Έστυψα την πέτρα, πέταξα το θυμό. Απρόσεκτος εφιάλτης με σώζει πάλι. Ζέστη λιώνει την πόλη. Στάχια ορίζουν δρόμους. Δέντρα χωρίς σκιά. Στο χώμα τρεμοσβήνουν οι λέξεις σαν κεριά και το χαρτί ματώνει. Ο ήλιος με μεθά. Ο κάμπος κύκλους κάνει. Μέσα σε αυτή τη δίνη το ποίημα ξυπνά. And in English, the poem of the plain. I squeezed the stone. I discarded the anchor. A reckless nightmare saves me again. Heat melts the city. Years of wheat define the streets. Trees without shade on the ground flicker. Words like candles, and the paper blinks. The sun makes me drunk. The plain goes in circles. In this vortex, the poem awakens. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dimitri. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Now, the third person that we have here with us is Maria Politou. I met Maria Politou at the presentation of the book, and we instantly clicked, and I'm very happy that she made it today. Maria Politou was born in Thessaloniki, where she currently lives. She's a graduate in philology and is principal of the Second General Lyceum of Echederos in Diavata, Thessaloniki. She's a graduate of the Classics Department of Philology and the Faculty of Philosophy at the Department of Theatrical Studies at the Faculty of Fine Arts of Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. She has 2 postgraduate degrees and interfaculty degrees of the Interdisciplinary Postgraduate Program, European Literature and Culture of the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, and the MSc Philosophy Texts, Interpretation Practices of the Department of Philosophy, Education and Political Science at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. Her reviews and poems are published in print and online literary journals. She has published her studies and poems in anthologies and compilations. So far, she has published 2 books of poetry. Maria Politou, please unmute yourself and say a few words to us.
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank you all. It's a great joy for me to be here with all of you, and I'm very honored. And I'm grateful to Konstandinos Bouras and Xanthi because they gave me the opportunity to be part of this great anthology. And now I meet you all, and we have the chance to share our voices and our poetry. Now I'm going to read a poem, Xanthi, right?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes.
the poem. I'm going to read it in Greek first. Η ελιά. Μέρες και νύχτες τώρα σκαλίζω τόπους σκληρούς, άνυδρες πέτρες. Των καιρών τις στάλες τις χούφτες μου κρατώ, μήπως και σβήσω κάποτε τη δίψα της γης μου, μήπως και ανθίσουν οι βίσκοι κόκκινοι στα περιβόλια. Μα η ρίζα της ελιάς βαθαίνει ασάλευτη, αίτητη απλώνεται αμήλικτα στον κήπο. Λουλούδια εφήμερα να μη ζητάς, εσύ τόσους καρπούς αιώνιους που δρέπεις. Στο ξύλο έγειρα και παραδόθηκα γυμνή. Είμαι η μέρα και η νύχτα με πολιορκεί. And now in English, the olive tree. Days and nights now I carve hard places, parched stones. The drops of time I hold in my hands in case I can never quench the thirst of my land, so that red hibiscus may blossom in the orchards. But the olive root deepens unscathed, spreads invincibly, relentlessly in the garden. Perishable flowers do not seek, you who have so many fruits, eternal ones to relish. I have lent myself against you and surrendered myself naked. I am the day and the night besieges me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Maria. Very nice to have you with us. And we have one more participant from this wonderful anthology, which is Lilia Tsouva, who made it. So I wasn't sure. So welcome, Lilia. It's very nice that you are with us. Lilia Tsouva studied medieval and modern Greek philosophy at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. She holds a master's degree in creative writing from the Free and Open University of Thessaloniki. She writes short stories, poems, and essays. Her short story won a prize of the first Pan-Hellenic competition, the Choral, as well as her poems at the UNESCO competition on Our World in Theory of Time, Past, Present, and Future. And first Pan-Hellenic poem competition, the Choral. I think I spotted a mistake now, so I've written that twice, sorry. She is a special contributor to the print journals Kraniotis in Rome and Stafili Koukida, collaborates with the electronic journals Literature Fractal, Culture Book as an official columnist. Her writings and interviews are hosted in a variety of magazines. She has authored the books Expressionism in Poetry of the K. Rizakis Poetry, 8th Expected Sightings at Koukida in 2020, The Song of Inuit, short stories at Vakhikon in 2021, Fish Brain Poems at Vakhikon in 2022, High Heels Out of Ice, fictional biographies at Koukida 2023. She has participated in collective works and edited books for publication.
Καλησπέρα σε όλους και σε όλες. Βλέπω τα επίθετα είναι ελληνικά όλα και ελπίζω οι περισσότεροι να καταλαβαίνουν τα ελληνικά. Δεν θα ήθελα να μιλήσω στα αγγλικά. Έτσι νομίζω ότι είναι πολύ καλύτερο.
She is hoping that you can understand her Greek. She is looking at the names of your profiles and she can see that you all have like Greek names. So she would like to speak in Greek. So I will translate in between. Lilia, please.
Δεν ξέρουν ελληνικά, γιατί άκουσα και μερικά ελληνικά στην αρχή. Εντάξει, οκ. Ζητώ συγγνώμη στην αρχή για τα προβλήματα. Έριχνε το σύστημα και δεν μπορούσα να μπω. Κάποια στιγμή έγιναν όλα οκ. Θέλω να ευχαριστήσω πάρα πολύ τον κύριο Μπούρα, την κυρία Xanthi, την γλυκιά μας, την υπέροχη κυρία Xanthi Hill, για αυτή τη χαρά, για την μετάφραση των ποιημάτων μας, για αυτή τη γέφυρα που δημιούργησε, έτσι ώστε οι τρεις πολιτισμοί να επικοινωνήσουν, τα αγγλικά, τρεις γλώσσες τέλος πάντων, τα αγγλικά, τα ελληνικά και τα γερμανικά. Αυτά είναι από τα πολύ όμορφα που μέσα σε ένα κόσμο ο οποίος μένεται, ο οποίος μας τρομάζει κάθε μέρα, είναι τα όμορφα που μας χαρίζει η λογοτεχνία, γιατί η λογοτεχνία σημαίνει ειρήνη και αγάπη. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ και χαίρομαι πάρα πολύ που βρίσκομαι μέσα σε τόσους ανθρώπους της λογοτεχνίας. Να διαβάσω το ποίημα?
Lilia is very happy to be here amongst all of us today, because in the world which is being tried by so many things these days, literature is the one thing which actually gives us joy and brings us together. And especially in this book, we have tried to create the bridges with the other languages so that the book is actually exceeding out of Greece without even trying it very hard. So she is thanking Konstandinos Bouras and me for this endeavor, and she will read her poem now. Το ποίημα σου, Lilia.
Through the keyhole. Τις λέξεις περνούσε κάθε βράδυ απ' την κλειδαρότρυπα. Το θρώισμά τους άκουγε καθώς γλιστρούσαν και την κουκουβάγια συμβουλευόταν στου δωματίου το σκοτάδι. Το περιδέρεο από ενίγματα, τον πελαργό, την πιπεριά, το τριαντάφυλλο, σε μια σπένας μπλε το πτερίγιο να χωρέσει προσπαθούσε. Το κρυπτογράφημα του κόσμου, του εμετάκλητου επισκέπτη της αιώνιας νύχτας στο μαύρο γάντι. Άδικα έμεινε εξάγρυπνη. Όλα κινούνταν μέσα στον ύπνο των αναπάντητων ερωτημάτων. Θα το διαβάσεις εσύ, Xanthi μου, ή να το διαβάσω εγώ στα αγγλικά? Πώς θέλεις?
Θα το διαβάσω εγώ στα αγγλικά.
Ευχαριστώ.
So, I will read her poem in English. Through the keyhole. She passed the words every night through the keyhole. She could hear the rustles as they slipped and consulted the owl in the darkness of the room. The necklace of riddles, the stork, the pepper, the rose, on a blue feather pen she tried to fit. The cipher of the world, the irrevocable visitor of the eternal night, the black glove. In vain she lay awake. Everything moved within the sleep of unanswered questions. Thank you, Lilia.
Thank you very much, all of us.
So, if you allow me, I will read last my poem. I think you have heard it before, and it's called Poetic Habitat. Although, no, I will read the second one. I think you haven't heard that one. The Trivial Dash. I will read first in English and then in Greek, so that you can relate to it. The Trivial Dash. Don't count the years, the months, the days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, the data, the dates, and the promises, the wrinkles around the eyes or on the faces. Rather remember the smiles, the hands we gave, the souls we touched, how we filled the trivial dash between dates of birth and death. Η ευτελής παύλα. Μην μετράτε τα χρόνια, τους μήνες, τις μέρες, τις ώρες, τα λεπτά, τα δευτερόλεπτα, τα ραντεβού, τις ημερομηνίες, τις ρητίδες γύρω από τα μάτια ή στα μέτωπα. Πιότερο θυμηθείτε τα χαμόγελα, τα χέρια που δώσαμε, τις ψυχές που αγγίξαμε, πώς γεμίσαμε την ευτελή παύλα μεταξύ χρονολογιών, γέννησης και θανάτου. So we're actually faster than I thought we would be. So it leaves us time, if you want, to just talk, or if you have questions.
Thank you, Xanthi. Can you read the first one, even if we've heard it before? You read such beautiful poetry. Μπορείς να το διαβάσεις, παρακαλώ?
Ναι, ναι. So the first one is the poetic habitat. Poetic habitat. The poets live in their poems. They are born in them. They grow up there. They are raised by the words. In these spaces, they breathe. They are resting on the punctuation. And even when they leave, they exist in the white of every piece of paper, at the edge of every pencil, and in the infinite possibilities of expression in every language of the world. And in Greek, ποιητική κατοικία. Μέσα στα ποίηματα ζουν οι ποιητές. Εκεί γεννιούνται. Εκεί μεγαλώνουν. Από τις λέξεις τρέφονται. Στα κενά αναπνέουν. Στα σημεία στίξης αναπαύονται. Και ακόμα όταν φεύγουν, ζουν στο λευκό κάθε σελίδας, στην άκρη κάθε μολυβιού και στις άπειρες δυνατότητες κάθε γλώσσας του κόσμου. And you know what? I can even read it in German, if you're up for it. I don't know if German is a welcomed language.
Please do.
But it has a different ring to it. Poetic habitat. Die Dichter leben in ihren Gedichten. Dort kommen sie zur Welt. Dort wachsen sie auf. Sie ernähren sich von den Wörtern. In den leeren Stellen atmen sie. Sie ruhen sich auf der Interpunktion aus. Und selbst wenn sie uns verlassen, existieren sie im Weiß eines jeden Blatt Papiers, an der Spitze eines jeden Bleistifts und in den unendlichen Möglichkeiten des Ausdrucks jeder Sprache der Welt. A little bit of German too, which is actually my second mother language, although I have no relatives from Germany, but I spent 30 years there, from when I was 5 to when I was 34. So I think that qualifies. And all my studies are done in German. So that it took me a while to rethink in Greek again. And sometimes I think I still don't really grasp how the Greek mind works, because I'm trained in a different language. But I'm trying. I'm trying because I love Greece. I love this little town. Like Dimitri loves Larissa, and Lilia, I don't know, Athens, and Konstandinos, probably Kalamata. And we live in a beautiful country. Seriously, every corner of it is just so rich in culture. And I was in Paxi on the weekend, and such beauty is just, you think doesn't exist, but there it is. And we tried in this anthology to bring this. Some of us talk about like the fruits, like Dimitri talks about the plain of Larissa and how hot it is there. And Maria talks about the olive tree, which is one of the oldest symbols of like fertility and richness and beauty and things like that. And we have so many different aspects of Greece in this book in 3 languages, which is it took me a long time to translate that. It took me over a year to translate that. But you have like facets, different facets from all around the country. And you have a little bit of ancient Greek in here. You have a little bit of mythology in here. You have a little bit of modern Greece in here. And I think this is what makes it really special, that you really have many facets of Greece in one work of poetry, in like the tiniest stories of the world, which is like poetry. It's really condensed stories, and I'm really happy that I did that, and I did that for free, as Konstandinos always worked on this book for free. And the publisher, I wanna mention the publisher, Grigoris Plastaras, who called me just a little while ago and said, "Hey, I couldn't make it. I'm sorry." And he did it also for free for everyone. And I have to add that this is not normal in Greece, because usually if you want to do a book, you need to pay, and it costs a lot of money. And if they don't charge you when you do the book, you have to buy like 500 pieces. So that's also very expensive. So Grigoris Plastaras did that for free for everyone, and we all got one free copy as well from that. So this shows how much love is in it, and I hope it spreads around the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Xanthi. I don't know why we're calling you Xanthi. It's Xanthi. Of course it is. First of all, I would like to thank you for something that maybe not everybody is aware, for your selfless gesture in inviting the poets here to our group so we could meet them. Amazing. So last meeting we had, this is for the benefit of the poets and those who were not here last week. Xanthi said, "Can I do a presentation next month at the next meeting?" And without thinking of herself, she brought all of you here. Thank her. I thank her profusely. And I thank each and every one of you for enriching our lives with these few moments of pure joy. Thank you so much. So before we go to the questions, I wanted to mention that. Can you just give us a little bit, I mean, you mentioned the collaboration. How did the seed germinate? How did you start with this idea?
It started with this, it started with a translation committee, because we wanted to do some actions of bringing the Greek writers out into the world. So Konstandinos was at the time the head of the translation committee, and he said, you know, anybody who has some ideas, just share it with a group. So because in when I was in Germany, and we were creating the group of Greek writers in Germany, what we did was an anthology. And this anthology was done with everything everybody had, like short stories, poems, longer poems, prose poems, things like that. So we stuck everything in it. And a comedian published that. Peter Groman said, "I publish it for you. No, if you make the book, I publish it for you." So he did it, and it was like 10,000 books. He published 10,000 books. And in Stuttgart, we did the first presentation. And there was, I think, 3,000 people. We sold 3,000 tickets. We came into this theater, and he saw people coming and coming and coming. And the director of the theater said, "How many tickets did you sell?" And the guy who sold it said, "Well, we sold 3,000 tickets." The director went into the big hall where there was actually a theater in motion at the time, and said, "Sorry, guys, we need to stop that right now, because we're overflowing with people here and we need the big hall. So come back anytime you want. We reimburse you." And took them all out. And we went into the big hall. And I think this 10,000 books were sold in between 1 week. And he did a second load, which was like sold in a month. And this was the Καλό ταξίδι μάτια μου, Gute Reise meine Augen in German, and in English, Safe Trip, my darling, if you want. So, and so that was very inspiring for me to say, okay, so we are talking in Greek, but We have so many important writers, but nobody knows them abroad. Nobody, okay, a few people maybe, you know, Dimitris, who is very active all over the world and got many awards for his poetry, and he is known, but the rest of them, nobody knows. So why don't we do an anthology to put those people in there and to have many different voices in it? So that was my suggestion, but it was not taken on board. And then Konstandinos said, you know, this is such a unique idea. I will take this and I will ask my friends to participate. And we will see. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. So he was the one who collected every single flower in this anthology. Yeah, anthology means a collection of flowers. So every voice he collected one by one, and he sent me the poems, and then I started translating and starting putting it together. And it's such an honor to see the work of so many different people and put that all together in one book. And then when it was ready, we said, oh, you know, trilingual anthology is enough. Okay, so we name it trilingual anthology. And then the publisher said, you have a fantastic book here. It needs a title. You can't have a book without a title. So he came up, Konstandinos, and the editor, the boss, came up with the title Phainon, which means shining, and it's a very ancient word, and it's actually connecting the new poets, the contemporary poets, with the ancient poetry. So I think it's a journey and a half.
Thank you so much. Question and answer time. Does anybody have a question, please?
Can I just ask, how do we get hold of the book? Just on Amazon or what?
It's not on Amazon, but it has an ISBN.
Yeah.
ISBN is an international book, how do you call it? The international book.
Yeah.
Taftotita, no?
Serial number.
Thank
exactly.
you.
It's if there is a Greek bookstore anywhere in America, they can order it and you can get the book. It might take you a while to actually get it over there, but they can order it and you can get it. It's not a problem. With the ISBN, you can get it. I will send the ISBN. I forgot to do that. I'll send that to Andy, and she can share it.
If we're in Greece over the summer, I'm sure we can pick it up there, right? In a bookstore in Greece. It might be easier.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Of course. Of course. I mean, if you are somewhere all together, we could even ask the publisher to send you a box of books.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah, but it's definitely a treasure, and I would love to have a copy. I'll get hold of one. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Betty, I think you had something to say, please.
Yes, I want to thank you for everything that you've done, Xanthi. Every time you come to our group, we learn something new. We grow from it. And today I was very impressed by all of your poetry. You have done a wonderful job in creating something that is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very moving. Thank you, Patty. Especially when it comes to you, because you have such a huge knowledge, and it's very moving. Thank you. It comes from the heart. I can feel it. Thank you. And it's always very nice. I feel since I'm married to an Englishman, but somehow I feel at home with you. Something clicked, and I feel really at home with you, because every session you have with criticism or where you talk about work, it's always done in a very loving and very respectful manner. And this is just something which is very close to my heart. And I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for making this possible in such a prestigious group of writers as well. And I think you can appreciate the work that has been done here, because you know how much it takes to actually put a book out there.
That's true. Miss Politou, you had something to say? Θέλατε να πείτε κάτι? Νομίζω...
Τι να πω κι εγώ. I'm very... all of this is very moving, and we thank you very much. We thank you that you host us here today. I'm very glad to meet you. I will thank again and again and again Xanthi and Konstandinos Bouras. And I am, as you said before, as we all said before, it's the only little joy in all this bad that happen around us now, the TV shows, all about the wars and all this, the death. It's a little thing that can give us joy and hope that we can do something together.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Mr. Bouras, is there anything you'd like to say as last words?
Κωνσταντίνε, θέλεις να πεις κάτι τελευταίες?
Στα ελληνικά, αν θέλετε, όπως θέλετε.
He's waving with the flowers.
Yes, now I can speak to you. I hold the bouquet of flowers in the University of Athens. It's like the poems in this unique book. Thank you, Xanthi, all of you, for hearing our poetry. Thank you so much for existing.
We are privileged, actually, this evening. Thank you. Dr. Kraniotis, would you like to say something?
This was a great presentation for our anthology. I'm very happy for tonight. Χαίρομαι που σας ονόρισα όλους. Ιδιαίτερα την Πάτη Αποστολίδη, που είμαστε φίλοι χρόνια, και την Άντι Πετρίδη και όλους τους υπόλοιπους στην Ουάσιγκτον, μια πόλη που ήρθε το 2005 σε ένα διεθνές φεστιβάλ ποίησης. Ήταν το πρώτο μου ταξίδι στο εξωτερικό, στην Ουάσιγκτον DC, και έχω αναμνήσεις πολύ όμορφες από εκεί. Μου φέρνετε πολλά χρόνια πίσω. Χαίρομαι που σας συνάντησα όλους. Ευχαριστώ και την Xanthi και τον Konstandinos Bouras για αυτή την υπέροχη ανθολογία, και την Μαρία Politou και την Λίλια που είναι μαζί μας απόψε. Ευχαριστώ για όλα. Thank you for all.
Ευχαριστούμε. Good. Sharon, please.
There.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to say, of all these beautiful poems, Konstandinos, yours in particular, touched me, gave me a new way of looking at certain aspects of life. So thank you so much for that. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. Heartfelt. Thank you. Miss Lilia Tsouva, would you like to say something?
I'm very happy to be among you, Greek people in Washington. It was very emotional for me. I see all these surnames, and I am very glad. I will have the expectation to see you again in another meeting, and I'm very glad. Thank you for all. Thanks, a lot of thanks to Xanthi and Konstandinos again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. You are welcome to join any of our meetings throughout the year. We meet once a month. It's always the same meeting ID and passcode. We may have a new one for next year, but you're always welcome to join. We are a group of writers or friends of writers. We write, we share our writings, we critique each other's work, as Xanthi said, in the nicest possible way, but we get our messages across. And thank you all for coming. And we have here Stella with us, who presented her new book, Taxi to America, at the last meeting. And we look forward to reading it, those who haven't read it. And thanks, everybody. Is there anything else anybody wants to say before we adjourn this part of the meeting?
I want to thank Maria Antokas for the introduction. Thank you, Maria. It was very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful presentation, and thank you all for coming. So it's amazing that we got everybody together all in one place. And
yes,
that was very impressive. So thank you, Xanthi, for that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always amazing. I'm filled with happiness and love for all of you, and I wish you all a wonderful creative summer. If you are in Greece, reach out to me. Come around. I live in Nausa. We have a whole floor for you here. This is the upper floor. You can come and stay with us, and yes, it would be wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thanks again, Maria, for introducing Xanthi. And we'll say goodbye. You can stop the recording now, please, Patty.
Well, can I say something?
Of course, Calliope, go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations for to all of you, and bravo, Xanthi. I remember your first festival of poetry. I was in Nausa, and I'm happy for you because you have done good job.
Thank you,
all of you. And when is your next festival?
The festival is always at the last weekend of September. If people are around in Greece, you're very welcome to come and observe. We would be very honored to have you around here. And the invitations for this year are already closed, so we can't take any more people because this year we don't have a hosting facility. Up to last year, we had like a place near the police academy. But this year, unfortunately, we're still looking for a sponsor to cover the hotel costs, which is going to be in St. Nicholas. Now, Stella knows where this is. This is like the tourist area outside, far, where the river flows and the mountain really starts to happen. Mm-hmm. But if you like to come, please let me know so that I can book you in that hotel, which has really special prices for us. So usually price is 134 euros. We have the double room for 60 with breakfast and with everything. So if you like to come, don't stay somewhere else. Come and stay with us, with the poets, and join us. We'll include you as much as we can in an unofficial way. So it would be nice. Thank you very much.